Hey friends, Dave at Fitness Devolution here with a special second anniversary video in which Lisa and I revisit essentially what was our first workout video from 2 years ago. And I have to say it's been a whole lot of fun, and it really has, I think, worked for both of us. But I also want to talk about what Fitness Devolution means to me. I've tried all kinds of various working out and exercising concepts, programs, etc. About 5 years ago, I started running and ran and never really got anywhere with that. In hindsight, I realized I'm probably a little too old and a little too big and heavy to start running, and also my diet didn't really support running. Then I joined a gym for almost a year, worked out there using traditional weight machines, and I realized that I was building no core strength. Of course, this is in hindsight, but even at the time I intuitively knew that something wasn't right about that whole approach. Following that, Lisa and I took up P90X for almost a year. Nothing against P90X, but I don't think it was appropriate for us either, in that we were probably a little too outside of the right age range. And there's some issues that I have with kind of a one-size-fits-all approach, but I'm glad we did it. We still learned a lot. So I kind of really gave it a lot of thought and figured out what I wanted to achieve, and a big part of it was being able to move again. I felt my limbs, back, neck becoming sort of fossilized and not wanting to move. I joined a Systema class and really hit home that I couldn't move, couldn't go to the ground and get back up again, couldn't squat, couldn't bend, couldn't twist, couldn't balance. So I started developing a routine or a series of routines based on movements, techniques, and equipment to get the movement back into my life and into my body, which is sort of culminated in where we are right now. My goal is to regain my 18-year-old body, which may never happen, but if I live to be 100, I've got 45 more years to accomplish that. So it's possible. So now that you're fully motivated to get moving, I should also mention that whether you use a trainer or you train on your own or with my videos, you are responsible for whether you are doing the appropriate work. And the only way you know that is to educate yourself, to study what you're doing, and to trust your body. If you're training with someone who is pushing you too hard and you feel like you're out of control, you're on the verge of injury, you should trust that feeling, because you probably are out of control and you probably are on the verge of injury. When you're in your teens and early 20s, probably not too big a deal. You'll recover quickly and you'll be back in action Monday morning. In your 40s, 50s, 60s, and later, it's going to be a much longer and tougher recovery. So I encourage you to go slowly, to train with caution, and to put the emphasis on stability before mobility. In other words, if you have weak ankles, you probably shouldn't be doing jump squats and jump lunges and crazy stuff like that. I made the mistake of doing those things when I was training P90X. I never was able to do a proper lunge because my ankles were not stable enough, and I just basically re-injured myself week after week. Stabilize your joints, stabilize your core, build things slowly. Don't be afraid to move slowly. If everybody else in the class that you're in is doing 100 push-ups in 5 minutes and you can only do 10, be happy with 10. Maintain strict form. Be happier when you get 11. Don't feel like you have to race through it and damage yourself. Also, I think you should be aware of how much ego your trainer has invested in pushing you harder. You have to live with an injury. You have to take yourself to the chiropractor, not the trainer. I'm sure you've heard the old expression, no pain, no gain. And I'd like to replace that in your minds with the expression, no train, no gain. You can leave the pain part out of it. Just train. While I'll occasionally train alone, I much prefer training either with my wife or with friends. A small group of people training together is a great way to build a sense of community with your friends, share a few laughs, improve your physical well-being and your emotional well-being significantly. So don't think you have to just slog it out alone. It's doable, there's nothing wrong with it, but being in a small class or a group of friends, I don't think you can beat it. If you're interested in what we're doing, have a question or a comment, leave it on the video, or you can shoot me an email, fitnessdevolution@gmail.com. Also, I have a Google Plus page which features all of my workouts and lots of other cool physical culture kind of stuff from other channels, including paleo eating, nutrition, chiropractic medicine, along with some guns and archery stuff, men's rights, philosophy, and music. I think it's also worth mentioning that a successful conditioning, fitness program, whatever you want to call it, really doesn't happen one day a week, one day a month. It should be an everyday thing. And I'm not saying you have to train hard, kill yourself 7 days a week, but 4, 5, 6 days a week, you really need to be doing something. Our workouts are really kind of geared to hitting it every day, moving and grooving every day, retesting yourself, learning something new, adding a new tool, a different kettlebell, moving up, moving down. Basically, our bodies are built to move and groove 7 days a week. So that is the way you should train. As I've said many times on my videos, my main goal is to motivate and inspire folks to get moving. I can't take all the credit for what we're doing here, so I want to scroll some names of some people who have been very instrumental and very instructional for us and showing us what to do and how to do it. So all of these people, I think, have amazing material and amazing value and amazing things to offer. So check them out. They all have YouTube channels for the most part. So I'll leave you with one more thought, and I'm not a doctor or a nutritionist, but if I were to recommend a universal supplement that probably everyone is deficient in and would benefit from and has, as far as I know, no side effects, I would say get you some vitamin D. Vitamin D is an amazing thing, and it's kept me healthy and strong over the past 2 years. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Okay, my friends, get moving.